Trying to get some different guys reps. We're trying to, we got a couple guys that are preventatively, like Kalen Thomas, there's nothing wrong with them. The soft tissue stuff of hamstrings and all that stuff, any of the guys, the older guys that we trust that we can tell they're not, we're going to hold them out until we get them into football shape. The stuff they do in the summer is not the same movement, so we're just being precautionary. If we had to play a game, those guys could play. And it'll help speed up some of the younger guys. We need Case Hatch to get 1,000,000 reps. We need Eli Doyle to get 1,000,000 reps. Elijah Juarez was banged up. We imaged his calf. It was real swollen, but nothing's wrong there, so we'll have him back out here tomorrow. But yeah, we're throwing the whole gauntlet at them to see what they can learn and see what they can do and move around. And there's some good stuff. We gave up our first deep ball on team today on a ball that should have been intercepted, so that'll be good learning tape. We block a field goal in a 2-minute situation, win the game, we scoop it up and return it. That's not very smart football, so that was a good teaching lesson. You let that thing go, the game's over, we win. You bobble it, it's a fumble. I've seen Leon Lett, Dallas Cowboys, in the Thanksgiving game against Miami. I think it was 1995. I'm gonna have our film guys dig up that tape and tell our poor immediate video guys. But that's good learning tape. So we have that opportunity today to teach them. We're making good progress.
Which players have taken a pretty noticeable jump from the spring till now?
DJ Davidson has been outstanding so far. We need to keep working, just getting him reps. He was, like I said, I think last year, Game 5, when he got hurt, he was really coming into his own. So the last 8 that he missed, he's trying to make up the progress there. That's been really good. Kobe Williams has just been fantastic. And then we've got a couple freshmen, Kewan Markham, who gave up the deep ball today. He's proven that he can play at this level. Had another pick today. We finally got Jaden. It was a tip ball, not necessarily his fault, but that's one. And the second he threw it, he looked over at me, and I just smiled and winked. I said, "It's one," because we got a little.
Over the middle.
It was.
Yeah.
Tommy wasn't ready for it. As soon as he turned, it bounces off, and we catch it. So
yeah. Evan Fields.
Evan in the run game has been awesome. He's made tremendous improvement, his lateral movement and stuff. The pass game, he gave up a couple of plays today that he hadn't been. Another good opportunity for some teaching tape. We'll get Tyler Wiley. Tyler Wiley, I read somewhere he had food poisoning. He didn't have food poisoning. He had a temperature of 102 a couple days ago. And in this environment, with them boys locked up in the cabins, we just wanted to segregate them away to not get anybody else sick. In 2017, my previous school, we had a chickenpox epidemic during fall camp, and we lost 17 guys trying to get ready for the first game. So to try and avoid any of that, the training staff did a nice job, got him away from him. He was back out here today, so we'll get him back in some team stuff over the next couple days. But Evan, we can correct some of those past things. His improvement from last year, significant, which is really exciting because now we got a couple guys. And then Connor's kind of starting to come his own. That's a lot to ask a freshman to do, that spot. He's starting to understand where he fits now. And once he gets the concepts down, he'll be able to play a little faster. He's probably playing a step slow right now because he's not sure what to do every time. And then Merlin and Darian, the last 2 days have been back to who we think they are. Merlin being out with 4 weeks, trying to make sure the hammy's good. Same thing with Kalen. We've kind of taken him into that. I think the last 2 days he's kind of getting back into his form. So we've made progress. We've got a lot of teaching tape. This environment out here is fantastic. So it's been good.
What about Jordan Clark, Willie Hart's other freshmen that have a chance to play?
I think those guys have proven that they can play, they can cover at this level. Jordan Clark has done a really good job in coverage especially. They're making a few assignment mistakes when we check coverages and stuff. That just comes with repetition and experience. Willie Hart's, he might be the fastest DB out here closing speed. We need to play. You can tell in some of those 2-minute things, his confidence. He needs to just know that I can line up there and cover those guys because sometimes he's playing a little soft. But when he goes, he goes. He's got a chance to be really special. Athletically and foot-wise, he's got some of the best feet that I've seen in a long time for a DB. we need to bulk him up. He's got a similar frame to Cam. He's probably a little bit bigger than Cam Phillips was last year at this time. Shoot, Cam Phillips weighed in. I mean, look at him. He's right there. He weighed in at 183 pounds today. So, I mean, shoot, when he started the game against Oregon last year, he was like 167.
Mm-hmm.
So he played well in that game. He's put 20 pounds on that frame. I think we've got 2 with him and Willie on that side, and Ashari and Kiwan at the other side, and then we've got Evan and Tyler inside. I think we've got 6 safeties that, I mean, it doesn't matter who's in the game. We've got a chance that they can cover anybody. And then you've got, I mean, I don't know if you guys saw Tamarcus today. He's finally healthy. That's the Tamarcus that we expected to see last year during fall camp in the spring. I didn't see that guy in the spring. He blocked the field goal. His coverage was great. He's playing 1,000,000 miles an hour. I think we've got him over he got a little dehydrated at the end of summer, so we had to get him serviced back up. He had a little bit of a cold that turned into a virus of some kind. He's back. He's healthy. So, I mean, the back end where we got to get better is we got to get a pass rusher. Tyler Johnson is over there. He needs to get back into shape. I mean, he's not in trouble. He's just not in shape. And I refuse to put a kid out there that is going to subject himself to getting hurt. Plus, it's not good for the other guys, because if he goes for 3 plays and we can't count on him until he's physically ready to go, and he understands that, so he's over there working with Joe. I think we've worked him into individual here the last couple days. But I mean, if you watch some of our tapes last year, he was our best pass rusher. So we need to get Tyler, but it's got to be the right way. I mean, they know it's going to be the right way. It'll be when we say he's ready.
Do you have any idea? Like, is he weeks away?
Yeah, he's still weeks away. He's still weeks away. He had some stuff over the summer where he was gone for about 5 weeks, and he just got to get back into shape. That's a lot of, it's almost, I mean, I was talking to him the other day. He's very similar to the mold that we talked about 30 years ago, where you go home all summer, you don't work out. When you come back, you're not in football shape. I mean, they talk about Cush's mile right here. I mean, I heard some numbers that would be pretty significant. A 5:15 mile for a skill and 5:45 for no line. I don't know. There's no lineman that can beat me, but I couldn't run that in 5:45. I tried the last 2 days, so apparently I wasn't in good enough shape to play for Coach Cush, so I better work on it. But the history out here has been awesome. The temperature right now is 85. What is it, back home 100 and something? It was 115 2 days ago in Tempe where we set a record. So there's been a lot of positives out here. We're getting better. We still have a long way to go before we're game ready. But it's I mean, that's part of fall camp.
What about new guys along the defensive front, like TJ, Roe Wilkins, Matus after redshirting?
Matus and Roe have been really, really good. Schematically, I'm really impressed with Roe Wilkins, how fast he's been able to pick things up. His motor is what our expectation is. So, I mean, that's not something that you can teach somebody in a couple weeks to have it or not. And that was one of the things that we saw on tape, is how hard he played. He's done a really nice job. George and DJ up front, I mean, those guys have been really, really sharp so far. When we go team and we haven't done any live tackling, we'll do a little bit on Saturday. But when we ramp it up, them boys have been really good inside. And the way we're doing some of the stuff with the speed we have in the secondary, we've got a chance. What I'm really excited about is our offense is over the last couple days, now that they understand where we're coming from, they're a year at it, they're getting better at blocking it, so it makes our guys have to be sharper. So when we do have success, it's going against somebody that is familiar with it. So we try to make things harder for them, and so when we get to Saturday in the season, it'll be better. But Roe, Michael Matus has been awesome. TJ, as soon as we continue to get him in shape, he's shown signs where he could be a dominant run stopper. If we can, and DJ, what I've been the most impressed about DJ is at 300. Now we've knocked him down. He was at about 325 last year. He's right at 300 pounds. He's moving so good laterally. We're going to experiment with him playing a little bit of end, and then we're going to get Shannon back on Monday. So I mean, depth-wise at D-line, we're good. I'm excited about that group. The really exciting thing that I was really concerned about coming into this deal was linebacker. With Elijah Juarez proving that he's going to be able to play as a freshman. We need to get him 1,000 reps to get him inundated. Eli Doyle's going to be able to do some stuff in pass coverage. And then Case Hatch has shown up, and he's been, I mean, the vertical speed that young man has inside out. So we have to put him in position to where his disadvantage in space, we got to give him opportunities so that he can just play with his speed. So we've got a couple more linebackers than I had anticipated, which is always a good thing through camp. Now we have to stay healthy, get Tyler back into shape, and I mean, we're we're making progress. We're not very good yet, but we're making progress. And we have a chance.
Lambert's probably ahead of schedule.
He is.
Pass rush, third down, long situation.
You know, he's having a little bit of trouble getting around the edge still. For a young man that's 2 months ahead of schedule, that's fine. We were going to try. We did it. He did some 7-on-7 stuff today, which I'll be able to evaluate on tape and see what he looks like in space. Most of it was just coming off the edge to see how he's turning. A lot of that will be confidence also. I mean, it's like I said, he's 2 months ahead of schedule. I mean, they thought he would be ready at the end of September. Here we are, the beginning of August, and he's doing stuff that strength-wise he just needs to build. But he has a special skills. He looks like you want him to look. Shoot, he's almost 6'4". He's 230 pounds. He's lean. He can run. So we need to strengthen that knee. And then let AP continue to work the course to teach him. I mean, if he can get some pastoral skills, learn how to play old lineman's hands, knock him down, he's got enough talent that him and Tyler both could be in there and we could have a pretty serious pass rush. I tell you what, if we can get a pass rush with 4, we can cover with 7 because we got enough guys back there. So it's good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
And then just wondering about the Tillman. Obviously, you just got Tyler Wiley back, like you mentioned, and Evan's been really impressive out there, getting those first-team reps. How close is that battle for the starting spot?
Real close. Competition breeds success, and so we're gonna let those guys battle it out. Tyler's probably a little disadvantaged because he's missed the last couple days, but that'll make it a little bit more of an exciting challenge for him. So it'll make him work a little bit harder. He's probably a couple pounds heavier than we want him to be, so maybe the sickness will help with that if he can keep it off once he starts eating again. But I think it's good. Competition, like I said, drives success, so I'm excited about those two.
Awesome.